Good, good evening. It's good evening here where I am recording from. I'm in my bedroom on my bed, and I've been trying to record this video for the past couple of days, and I just really hope that this time this will be the last attempt. So, welcome to Auntie Jackie's Diaries. Welcome to our YouTube channel. It's been a while. I haven't recorded anything. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm coming to, just to discuss really. So firstly, the most important thing, subscribers. Thank you very much. It's amazing how the steady growth is like, oh my goodness me, people are really subscribing. Thank you. For those who are clicking for the first time, thanks for clicking. Please, if you're willing, kindly do subscribe to this channel. Let us continue growing. So, what has been happening? Last week was a week of ups and downs. Oh my goodness me. Something which I knew would happen eventually, moving to my country. It's not a new country to me, of course, neither is it a new country to my son, but it's been a while. So I knew that something like this would take place. So we were unwell. On the Saturday before last week, my son, we moved to our new house, unfinished house. And my son, on a Saturday, mid-morning, said, oh, good mom. He just stopped short what he was doing. He said, I've got a headache. And I said, I stopped what I was doing as well because of the way he said it. Looked behind, and he was just, putting his head in his hands and lying down on the sofa. Just waited a couple of minutes, and I'm like, how is it now? Because it's getting better. Waited again, another couple of minutes. I said, how is it? Because it's gone, it's better. I asked if I should give him medication. He said no. I touched him touched him. He was not hot to my touch. And disclaimer, normally when my children have got temperatures, I know whether they are really unwell or not by me touching them and putting my cheek on their forehead. And many times, especially when they were younger, they would, nurses and doctors would tell me, how can you measure temperature like that? And I'm like, I can. And I think because maybe, I don't know, intuition, but I could measure it. So he didn't have a temperature. He continued playing, and the same thing happened late on that Saturday evening. Same situation. My mom got a headache, stopped short. A couple of minutes later, about 3-4 minutes, it eased. But I took note. Now, on Sunday, I tried to keep an eye to see what has happened. Nothing. Monday was Independence Day, and again I tried to keep an eye. Nothing. That's Monday during the day. There was nothing. Nothing had happened. Like, oh, well done. Maybe it was just something, a passing phase. So on the Tuesday morning, so we went to bed, there was nothing. But in the morning, about 1 a.m. in the morning, my son started having what I would refer to as nightmares, because I didn't know at the time. And he would scream and everything. I'm like, are you all right? I went, I touched him. I said, calmed him down. Again, after a few minutes, again, I went in, then I calmed him down. He did it the third time. I'm like, hey, let me pray, because I was like so tired and drowsy. So I prayed for him. And that seemed to settle him a bit, him a bit. So I went off to sleep as well after the short prayer. But soon after, this was about, I think, around coming to about 3:30, coming 3:30, 4 o'clock. Again, he woke up, but this time it was like more intense. He was almost fighting. So of course I woke up, and of course as I woke up, I went and touched him, and oh my goodness me, the child was boiling. So I quickly went, looked for cowpaw and gave him, and I stayed with him, calmed him down, prayed, and he went off to bed because he was busy saying, "Mommy, the dinosaurs are here. They're coming to take me, Mommy. Mommy, the dinosaurs." And another disclaimer, he hadn't been watching any dinosaur things because there's no TV in the house. So really, there wasn't anything that he was watching that could, yeah, that was in that sense. Anyhow, so at 4:30, he finally went off to sleep. And I'm like, okay, let me keep an eye. On Tuesday morning, I had a meeting, and I was like, I'm going to send him to school, hoping for the best. I thought he would get better. I'm going to send him to school, and then I go for my meeting, because there are some times when he would have a temperature at night, and he would wake up and it's okay. So he went off to sleep, and by 7:30, 4:35, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, so about 8:30, because I let him sleep, and I knew he was gonna be late for school, but I said let him sleep, because he hadn't had a good night's sleep. So Tuesday morning, 8:30, and I kept an eye on him. How is he? He was breathing. He was no more nightmares or quote unquote hallucination. No more nightmares. Now, Tuesday morning, he woke up again, and he started the sort of nightmares. And this time he was awake, and so he was like a hallucination. And of course, as I heard him wake up, I came quickly and touched him, and the temperature was so high again. Quickly told my brother, we need to take him to the clinic. Now, of course, we've moved to a different area. The clinic I knew was in the area where we were, and it's about an hour's drive, give and take. And if there's traffic, 2 hours. So I thought, with this temperature, I'm not very comfortable to take this child this long distance before he gets the first aid. So I rang around. I rang a niece of mine. She's wonderful. She supports me here, and my sister. And so both of them told me, I wanted to know if they know something around the area. However, I was advised to ask the border guys. A border is a motorcycle transportation system in Uganda. So I rang a border guy, and he told me there's a clinic, in the area, which is good. I'm like, okay, let's go there. We went there, and on the reception was wonderful. It wasn't so busy. So we walked in, the doctor was in his office, we were ushered in straight away. I told him what the issue was. Gemma was put on a hospital bed straight away to be checked out. I'm getting a pillow so that can be a bit more comfortable. To be checked out. Yes, so, and the doctor was, who's wonderful, was gentle, asking me questions. Yes, he did take his temperature, it was high, and he said, okay, and he asked me what the last time I had given him painkillers, and I told him, but the temperature had come back. He goes, okay, I'm going to give him painkillers, but let me quickly take his blood to check what the issue is. But Jeremiah was still hallucinating at this time, by the way. And when we measured it, his temperature was, when we measured his temperature, it was 38.9. So he wanted to take Jeremiah's bloods. Jeremiah and needles are like me and needles, so bless him, he was screaming. He was screaming the whole hospital down, and everybody, all the nurses were like, oh my goodness me. I had to get my brother, the doctor, and another neighbor to come and hold him down so they can draw his blood. So they did. Meanwhile, they had to put a cannula in, so that also, for medication. Things moved so quickly, results came quickly. Jeremiah was found to have malaria, typhoid, and another infection. What I didn't say earlier is Jeremiah had been having a small cough here and there. It wasn't something big, it was a cough here and there. And on the Monday night, actually, when he was going to bed, he coughed and it was like it's a bit heavy. So when and that was it. It was just only like one cough, but it was heavy. So when he woke up on Tuesday morning with another temperature, my thought was like, could it be a chest infection? So the results have come now. It's malaria, typhoid, and an infection, which is they couldn't gauge what the infection was, but there was an infection in his blood. So the malaria was quite was there, was quite highish, not too high, but yeah. Typhoid was very, very mild. So she had it was mild typhoid, and the infection was there. They didn't tell me the level. They gave him his painkillers, they gave him the malaria treatment, typhoid, and the infection. It was quite heavy. But after about an hour, Jeremiah was calm, the hallucinations were gone. Just when we were going to hospital, he was hallucinating. He said, "Mommy, the trees are following us. They're going to come and take me." And he was literally clinging to me and holding me tight. So when Jeremiah settled down after the medication, the first dose of medication, I said, okay, I had been feeling some twinges of discomfort. That's how I could put it, just discomfort. In my arms, my legs, the back, and slight headache around here. It was ever so slight, but noticeable. So I thought, since he has typhoid and malaria, let me check myself as well. And bless him, bless me, bless Jeremiah. He's like the mom. I am petrified of needles. So of course they had to go, in spite of having 3 children. So of course they had to draw my blood, and they did. After drawing my blood, and I did scream. Oh God, shame. Big woman screaming for needle. Oh, shame. After drawing the blood, I had to wait for my results. And that was it. I went back on the ward with Jeremiah to wait for my results. Papa is in hospital on a drip. There we are, on a drip. There. Malaria expected when we are home. Oh dear. Not well, yeah? Next, the vlog will be about us going up and down to the clinic. In the rain, in the mud, wearing our boots, but it's all well. So thanks for watching. God bless. And yeah, see you soon. Bye for now.